In a big, bright playroom, filled with sunshine in every color of the rainbow, little Lily sat on the floor. All around her was a giant jumble of toys. Building blocks were mixed with crayons. Fluffy teddy bears were piled on top of picture books, and tiny toy cars were parked in every direction. It was a happy mess, but it was a very big mess. Lily, who was only 3 years old, looked at all the toys and felt a little bit overwhelmed. Her tiny shoulders drooped, and she let out a small sigh. Just then, her big brother Jacob, who was 6, walked into the room. He had a big, warm smile on his face. He saw Lily sitting in the middle of the toy mountain and knew just what to do. He didn't get upset about the mess. Instead, he knelt down beside her and said in a super friendly voice, "Wow, Lily, it looks like our toys had a big party. What do you say we put them to bed now? Let's clean up together. It'll be a fun game." Lily looked up at Jacob, her big blue eyes hopeful. "A game?" she repeated softly. "The best game ever," Jacob announced. "It's called the Toy Tidy Up Challenge. Are you ready?" He stood up and held out his hand. Lily giggled, took his hand, and wobbled to her feet. The great cleanup adventure was about to begin. "Okay, first mission," Jacob declared, pointing to a fleet of colorful toy cars scattered near the window. "I'll be the super fast race car collector." He started making vroom vroom sounds as he zoomed around, scooping up the red, blue, and yellow cars. He picked them up one by one and drove them into a big blue toy bin, making a final screech sound as the last one landed inside. Lily watched with wide eyes, a smile spreading across her face. She saw her favorite fluffy friends, a bunny, a bear, and a little lamb lying near her feet. She decided to copy her big brother. "I'm a fluffy animal helper," she chirped. She picked up the soft bunny, gave it a little hug, and then carefully walked over to a big wicker basket. Plop! The bunny landed softly inside. She went back for the bear, waddling with it in her arms. Plop! The bear joined the bunny. Next, Lily spotted a very big, very fluffy pink pillow. It was almost as big as she was. She decided it needed to be moved. She wrapped her little arms around it and tried to lift it. Heave! H-O! The pillow was heavier than it looked. She pulled and tugged, and then, whoops! She lost her balance and tumbled right on top of it, landing in a soft, cushiony heap. She didn't cry. Instead, a little giggle escaped, then another, until she was laughing out loud, bouncing gently on the big pink pillow. Jacob heard her giggles and ran over. "Whoa, looks like the pillow monster got you," he laughed. He helped her up and said, "Let's defeat this monster together." He took one side of the pillow, and Lily took the other. Together, they shuffled and waddled, moving the big pillow to a cozy corner of the room. "We did it!" Jacob cheered, and Lily clapped her hands proudly. "Now for the next level of our game," Jacob said, looking at a big pile of building blocks in all different shapes and colors. "It's called the color sort. We have to put all the red blocks in the red bin, and all the blue blocks in the blue bin." He picked up a bright red block and dropped it into the matching red bin. "Red goes here," he said clearly. Lily understood right away. She picked up a sunny yellow block. She looked at the bins, her little brow furrowed in concentration. She spotted the yellow bin and toddled over, dropping the block inside with a satisfying clunk. "Yellow," she announced happily. They worked together, side by side, sorting the blocks. Jacob would call out, "I found a green one," and Lily would shout, "Me too." It wasn't cleaning anymore. It was a fun puzzle they were solving together. The playroom was already starting to look much tidier. The shelves along the wall, once empty, were now filling up with neatly sorted toys in their colorful bins. Sunlight streamed through the window, making the whole room glow with a warm and cheerful light. The bright wall decorations, full of friendly animals and big letters, seemed to smile down at them. There was just one last task left: the pile of picture books. They were scattered near the little reading nook. their pages open and corners bent. "Time for the library mission," Jacob whispered, as if it were a top-secret plan. "All our story friends need to go back on their shelves so they can rest." He showed Lily how to close the books gently and stand them up straight. He took a big book about dinosaurs, and Lily picked up her favorite book with a sparkly unicorn on the cover. They worked together, placing each book neatly on the small, low bookshelf. Jacob put the taller books on one side, and Lily carefully slid the smaller board books into place right next to them. She was so careful, making sure each one was perfectly straight. She even patted the cover of the unicorn book, as if to say, "Good night." When the last book was on the shelf, they both stepped back. The playroom was transformed. The floor was clear, the toys were all in their proper homes, and the books were lined up perfectly. Everything was clean, tidy, and organized. The room looked even bigger and brighter than before. Jacob and Lily looked at their amazing work and then at each other. A huge smile spread across Jacob's face. "We did it, Lily. We won the Toy Tidy Up Challenge," he exclaimed. He held up his hand, and Lily, copying him, held up hers. They gave each other a big, proud high five. It was the best feeling in the world. Now that the room was clean, it was time to play. But instead of pulling all the toys out again, Jacob had a better idea. He walked over to the bookshelf they had just organized. "Since we worked so hard," he said, "how about we read a story?" Lily's eyes lit up. "Unicorn!" she shouted, pointing to her favorite book. Jacob pulled the sparkly unicorn book from the shelf. They sat down together on the big, fluffy rug, right in the spot where the giant mess used to be. Jacob opened the book, and Lily snuggled up close to him. As Jacob started to read the story aloud, the warm sunlight shone on them, and the tidy playroom felt like the coziest, happiest place in the entire world. They had not only cleaned their room, but they had learned that working together can turn any chore into a wonderful adventure. And the best prize of all was getting to share a story, side by side. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you had fun cleaning up with Jacob and Lily, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more fun adventures. See you next time.